When we gaze upon our planet from the safety of space, we see a comforting marble of blue. We call it Earth, but a more accurate name would be ocean. While water covers 70% of our surface, this two-dimensional statistic fails to capture the terrifying three-dimensional reality of the deep. We have mapped the surface of Mars and the dark side of the Moon with greater precision than our own ocean floors. The reality is stark and unsettling. 95% of the underwater realm remains unobserved by human eyes, a sprawling black void that constitutes the largest and most hostile habitat for life in the known universe. To understand why the monsters of the deep remain hidden, we must first understand the barrier that protects them, the water column itself. As we descend, the ocean acts as a filter, stripping away the red spectrum of light first, leaving only blue, until finally, even that is extinguished. By the time we reach 200 meters, we enter the Twilight zone. Here, photosynthesis is impossible. The creatures inhabiting this realm are not merely animals, they are evolutionary anomalies that have adapted to a world without the sun, developing capabilities that seem more supernatural than biological.
In this eternal gloom, visibility is a death sentence. To survive here, 90% of marine life has developed bioluminescence, the ability to generate their own cold light. But this is not for illumination. It is a weapon. Predators use glowing lures to deceive prey in the darkness, while others use counter-illumination to match the faint light from above, rendering themselves invisible to threats from below. It is a constant, silent war of light and shadow, fought by creatures with needle-like teeth and unhingeable jaws, designed to consume anything they encounter, regardless of size.
As we plunge deeper, past the midnight zone at 1,000 meters, the environment becomes hostile to the very physics of life as we know it. The pressure here is immense, equivalent to having a compact car balanced on every square inch of your body. Yet life does not just exist here, it thrives. Sperm whales dive into these crushing depths to hunt, holding their breath for over an hour, collapsing their lungs to survive the pressure. They are hunting the architects of our nightmares, the giant squid, creatures that have grown to massive proportions in the cold dark. This phenomenon is known as deep sea gigantism. In the cold, oxygen-rich waters of the deep, metabolic rates slow down and lifespans extend, allowing invertebrates to grow to terrifying sizes. The colossal squid, with eyes the size of dinner plates and rotating hooks on its tentacles, is the apex of this evolution. For centuries, we believed they were myths, mere sailors' tales of krakens, until we found their beaks in the stomachs of whales and saw the deep circular scars on the whale's skin, evidence of titanic battles that take place in total darkness, unseen by human eyes. Beyond the realm of giants lies the abyssal plain, a vast, flat expanse of sediment that covers more of Earth's surface than all the continents combined. Here, the only food source is marine snow, a ceaseless drift of dead organic matter falling from the surface miles above. In this nutrient-poor wasteland, life moves in slow motion. Yet, even here, we find oases of life around hydrothermal vents. These black smokers spew superheated, toxic water rich in minerals. The creatures here do not rely on the sun, but on chemosynthesis, converting chemicals into energy, proof that life can exist in alien environments, totally detached from the solar system. But visuals are not the only way we explore the dark. We also listen, and what we hear is often more terrifying than what we see. In 1997, NOAA hydrophones recorded an ultra-low-frequency sound known as the bloop. It was loud enough to be heard by sensors nearly 3,000 miles apart. While officially categorized as an icequake, the sound profile bore an eerie resemblance to a biological call, but from a creature far larger than a blue whale. The ocean is an acoustic superhighway where sound travels for thousands of miles, carrying the calls of leviathans that we have yet to identify or classify. The deepest point of this hidden world
is the Mariana Trench, a crescent-shaped scar in the Earth's crust that plunges down nearly 11 kilometers to the Challenger Deep. If you dropped Mount Everest into this trench, its peak would still be covered by over a mile of water. The isolation here is absolute. Only a handful of human beings have ever descended to this depth, fewer than have walked on the moon. At this depth, the pressure is a crushing 8 tons per square inch. It is a place of absolute stillness, a time capsule that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years.
What we find at the bottom of the world challenges our definition of life. We discover xenophorophores, single-celled organisms that grow to the size of a grapefruit, defying the laws of cellular biology. We find amphipods producing unique proteins to stop their cellular structures from collapsing under the pressure. These are not merely animals, they are masterpieces of biological engineering. Their very existence suggests that the ocean is not just a habitat, but a separate evolutionary laboratory, one that has been running experiments in the dark for eons, producing results that we are only just beginning to catalog. The reason 95% of these creatures remain hiding is a matter of technology and physics. Salt water is an impenetrable barrier to electromagnetic waves like radar and GPS. We cannot scan the ocean as we scan the skies. We must physically go there, or send our limited proxies, robots tethered by fiber optics, or autonomous drones battling crushing currents. Every expedition is a roll of the dice, a flashlight beam in a cavern the size of a continent. For every new species we discover, the mathematics suggests there are thousands more swimming just outside the terrifyingly narrow beam of our submersible's lights. The creatures we have found, the goblin shark with its protruding jaw, the prehistoric frilled shark, the haunting bigfin squid, are likely the common ones. The rare apex predators, the ones that require vast territories and avoid the noise of our clumsy submersibles, remain in the realm of cryptozoology. We must consider the possibility that our disturbance of the ocean is exactly why we don't see them. The smartest creatures in the deep are not the ones attracted to the lights of a submarine. They are the ones that flee from it. As we stand on the precipice of a new era of exploration, we look to the stars with hope, searching for alien life. Yet, the most profound irony of our time is that we share our planet with an alien biosphere we barely understand. The ocean is not empty. It is full of eyes that have never seen the sun, and teeth that have never tasted known prey. The 95% isn't just missing data. It is a warning. It reminds us that on this blue marble, we are essentially island dwellers, living in ignorance of the dark, teeming wilderness that surrounds us on all sides.